Any car fanatic must have heard about the legendary Jaguar E-Type. In the British motor industry, no vehicle has ever become as famous as the Jaguar E-Type. With success on the most famous racing circuits, combined with commercial success in every market on Earth, the Jaguar E-Type is truly a legendary car. Today we look at the best that the British motor industry has to offer in the Jaguar E-Type, and whether or not it is still one of the best classic cars on the market. Join us as we look at some of the success, history, and features that have helped the Jaguar E-Type gain an uncontestable reputation and legendary status. Starting in post-World War II, Jaguar could turn their attention back to the manufacturing of road cars. The company started with the design and development of double overhead camshaft engines in an attempt to replace the standard-based pushrod engines. These experimental engines had the letter X for identification, and many models started with the letters XA or XB, etc. The first model that was shown to the public in 1948 was the 4-cylinder XK100 and the 6-cylinder XK120, with the XK120 becoming an overnight sensation thanks to a run on the Japeka-Austin Highway in Belgium, clocking a top speed of 132.6 miles per hour. Based on the original Jaguar D-Type racing car, the company shifted focus in 1961 to deliver what we now know as the E-Type. Rumors have it that upon seeing the car in 1961, Enzo Ferrari famously said that it is the most beautiful car ever made. Introduced originally as a rear-wheel drive Grand Tourer, the E-Type was designed as a two-seater coupe FHC, fixed-head coupe, or as a two-seater convertible roadster OTS, open two-seater. Later, a four-seater version with a lengthened wheelbase was released in 1966. Let's find out more about what is going on under the hood. The most famous version of the E-Type, or the Series 1 as we know it today, was designed with a 4.2-liter naturally aspirated inline 6-cylinder engine that works with a petrol motor and produces 261 brake horsepower or 195 kilowatts of power. It has a torque output of 385 or 283 pounds per foot, while it can do about 5,400 RPM. All this power is transmitted to the rear wheels that propel the car forward in what we call rear-wheel drive, whilst the 4-speed manual gearbox ensures fluid and easy gear transitions. To improve the handling and stability of the car, Jaguar has introduced a torsion bar and anti-roll bar, which combine with the coil springs and the front suspension. A powerful braking system of the E-Type Jaguar includes front and rear disc brakes that produce exceptional stopping power to counteract the speed. Compared to modern cars, you will be surprised when looking at the fuel consumption, only to find the E-Type consumes about 17 miles per gallon for the UK version, whilst the US version averages at about 14 miles per gallon. It will do 0 to 60 miles an hour in just about 7 seconds for those interested in testing the speed of the E-Type. Introduced in 1968, Jaguar released the Series 2 version, which was a newer model and featured numerous upgrades. The most noticeable difference was the meeting of new safety regulations, which were introduced to curb the emissions of carbon into the atmosphere. A slight change in the headlamps was also introduced to meet safety regulations. Initially, Series 1 was deemed to not meet the safety criterion in terms of headlamps. The last series to make it to market as part of the E-Type was Series 3, which was released in 1971. The concept started with the American market frustrating Jaguar with their obsession with V8 models. This eventually led to Jaguar dusting off an old concept engine for Le Mans in the V12 spec. Visually, there were noticeable differences and a few small mechanical upgrades to boot. One of these was the slated front grille, which provided a somewhat muscle car look. The flared wheel arches and quad exhaust pipes were all introduced to make the car more functional for the US market. The Jaguar E-Type Series 3 model ran in production from 1971 to 1975. As part of the racing concept, Jaguar aimed to release a new Jaguar E-Type lightweight in 1963-64. The lightweight version was predictably lighter and featured more power. However, this was also compacted with a chassis upgrade that reduced the overall weight by a total of 114 kilograms and helped provide more stability during racing situations. Only 18 of these were ever produced, with 12 being produced in 1964 and the other 6 in 2014. Jackie Stewart was originally invited by John Coombs, who was a big voice behind the production of the lightweight E-Type, to drive the car. After a few laps at Silverstone and being a bit shaky, the young Scotchman was eventually signed and managed to post numerous lap records around the circuit. Stewart eventually went on to win 3 F1 world titles and is highly regarded as one of the best drivers to touch the E-Type. Finally, the E-Type did have the opportunity to race at the famous Le Mans race following the success of the D-Type. Even though it could not compete with the domination of the Ferrari, it put up an admirable fight. The race at Le Mans did increase the overall desirability of the car and led to increased demand during the 70s. So there you have it, one of the most iconic classic cars to ever graze the earth and one that would forever be considered a masterpiece of performance and engineering. Let us know in the comments section if you think the E-Type is one of the best cars. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel to help us continue producing the content you love.